Hello, everyone. Here we are. This is my first podcast, and it's actually taking me a lot of attempts to record this episode because of various reasons, which I will be going into. First one is kind of confidence and wondering if I should actually do this. But you know what? I've made YouTube videos, I've made blog posts. I'm sure audio is probably just as hard or just as easy as doing these various different formats. So, yeah, let's give it a go and see what happens. I've also been trying to record a few times today, but for some reason, Firefox refused to use my Yeti microphone. I then tried Google Chrome, and Google was automatically shifting my mic gain up and down, so the levels were varied, which is very annoying when you're trying to record a podcast. Probably not so bad when you're doing a Skype call or something like that, and it needs to pick up your voice. But for something like this, we need to keep the levels at the same level, uh, throughout, so the user's not constantly upping their speakers or lowering their speakers to hear what the actual podcast is about. I've got no idea what my podcast will be about. I don't think I'll be niching down into anything. So if you just want to hear my wonderful voice, then you're more than welcome to follow along, listen, and if you're coming from Anchor, you can also leave messages. I can post links to this Anchor episode. This Anchor episode for people to leave lovely messages and give feedback and whatnot, which would be great. So there's that. I also tried. Actually, I tried the new Edge browser, which is also using Chrome, hoping that they would like maybe have some differences to Chrome, but it didn't seem so. And the mic still just went up and down. So, hey, here we go. So, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts the past week. I've been going from like listening to my music in the morning, and then throughout the day listening to various podcast episodes. I'd kind of go on Spotify, click on library, and click the very bottom episode for today, and Spotify will basically just work its way up on each episode, which I find very counterintuitive. I At the start, I would click on the top episode thinking it would work its way down, but every time I did this, the episode would end and it wouldn't go on to the next one. So I kind of looked at it, I was like, why is it doing this? And if I went down to a further episode, it would play that, and when it got to the end, it would play the next one up. So that was very confusing for me, but I worked it out in the end, and I'm wondering if other people have this issue. I've tweeted it, no one replied, so I think I'm probably the only one with this issue, but I find it very counterintuitive. It should work from the top downwards. So yeah, that was basically why I've started doing podcasts, because I've listened to a few and they basically just say, why haven't you started a podcast yet? If you haven't done one, you're listening to podcasts, why not start one and share your information? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've made blog posts and YouTube videos and other formats, so why not just give it a go? And Anchor FM basically allows me to create podcast episodes for free. I think they go over to Spotify. I'm not sure how it shows analytics or anything like this. I haven't got any sponsors, so I'm just gonna basically talk and see how each episode progresses. This will pretty much be it for this one, I think. I'm not sure how to kind of start my podcasts or end my podcasts, so I guess that will improve over time. Probably a good way to start is with a hello and greeting you, and then maybe just saying goodbye at the end of each one. But I haven't got an intro or outro sorted. Haven't really got any editing sorted because I don't really know how. Sorry, my voice went funny then. I don't really know how Anchor works, if I'm honest. I've just looked at it and was like, it basically has a record button. So I click record and it has a bunch of libraries and transitions and stuff. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, this is pretty much it for my first podcast. I think I would like to talk about my eating habits because they have changed drastically the past month, especially since being in lockdown. So I kind of want to share some of my experience with that, and hopefully my listeners can learn from it. And again, you can leave comments, messages, whatever, contact me. If you want to find me on Twitter, my handle is mbrooksuk, all one word, pretty easy. And I'm sorry if you can hear scratching in the background right now, but my cat is using a cat scratcher. So I haven't got a studio or anything. It's literally just recording a podcast in my front room. And I know I said I was going to end it earlier, but I am now going to end it as I am on a bit of a tangent. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. Thank you.